Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz December 19, 2016 at 9:05 p.m. Topic, a lot of talk about a lot of events that people feel and indicate that we're entering into the end of days. And I believe that as well. I'm just not so sure about the next 4 years. As we have Trump coming in, I believe he'll make changes, and I believe that we will see those changes. But also see that another release was on the legality part of Obama being illegal or illegal of this country. And if that is the truth, the fact, and I've always believed that he was illegal. Period. I've always believed it. And it seems though that his birth certificate has been changed and altered. They still hadn't produced where, why was it altered by 19 days? That doesn't make sense. But he did it. They did it. And, but the point is, I believe just by that alone, and this is Sheriff Joe, his crew, and some hotshot lawyers, some hotshot detectives, a lot of FBI involved, a lot of good people, a lot of judges, people involved just as if they were handling a case that they would there in his state the way they do today. If somebody produces a false identity or something, they go find out, well, who is this guy? We got to find out who we're locking up or why we're locking them up. Or the point is, if they find that Obama is illegal, you won't know it. You'll not hear that part, not even from Sheriff Joe. And there's a very good reason. Because the good part will come after the election, after the swearing in of Donald Trump. Then you may not hear anything that rock along there for a few months, maybe even a year, but when you hear it, then a whole lot of people in our country will go down with him. And believe me, he will go down. If he did this, nothing he did is legal. And everything that Clinton's and all those with him, all those to help him lie, produce the lies, so forth, everything they have will be lost. We'll take it, all of it. Bank accounts, doesn't matter where they are, they'll be taken. They'll be frozen, they'll be locked up, and they'll never get out. That's my prediction. I believe that's going to happen. And I believe it's going to touch a lot of people, even a large number of the Democrats. I also believe that you'll see a release after the 20th of January on more information that will prove that some more of our Supreme Court judges have done business under the table. And you're going to see a lot take place. But right now, it's all quiet on the home front as far as that part goes, but the surprises will come later. You can't make too many waves right now and start messing things up by people jumping the gun and throwing up blocks and so forth. And another thing, just one more thing I want to mention. I read a book a long time ago, and I've never been able to find it again. It was about the size of grammar school book, the first and second grade book, maybe a little thicker, not much. Dick and Jane, or about Spot and See Dick Run and this stuff, about that size. But it was titled The Beginning, and it had a very particular, neat introduction to it. It said, "I am the recorder. I am the first. God created me to record all that he does from this second forward. And the recorder wrote and wrote and wrote. Every name that was created, every angel that was created, the recorder wrote down the name that God gave him. And keep in mind, there are billions of them. The recorder kept track of every name, and he remembers every name as well as God. And there come a time when the recorder, God told the recorder to call all the angels home. I have a surprise. They've been out in God's playground, which is the entire universe, not galaxy, but galaxies, millions of them, exploring and having fun. They never, they're new angels, newly made by God. And they're enjoying things like children would enjoy on a playground for the first time. But he calls them home, and they all come and gather around God by the billions. And it's like they're all in a cone shape looking down to see what God's doing. And when they see God form a man, all of them ooh and ahd. And they say, God, he looks like you. Shall we worship him? And God says, no, you'll serve him. There's a lot to that story, very interesting, and I remember most of it. And I've been looking for that book now going on about 8 or 9 years. Can't find it anywhere. Simply titled The Beginning, nothing more. And if I don't find it, I'm going to go ahead and finish writing up the part that I know, which is most of it. Very interesting, which includes the fall of Satan. And but anyway, wanted to catch up on 2 things here. I may do a blog later on. I'm not sure. I do have some interesting news, and I'm hoping to hear some more news that I put up like I did last night. That's what I'm after. I'm after getting people ready to go home, making sure that if you are not saved, but you have one more breath, use it wisely, very wisely. Those in hell today, like the rich man, wishes just one more breath is all I would like to have. One more breath. Don't get to that point. Accept Christ while you got a good, healthy breath, and see how your life will change to the better anyway. Jody will expose.